Today I'm here to talk about the consumerism again. Tomorrow will be my activity about the consumerism. Then I needed to prepare myself to be ready for the activity because the activity is in group, but my intention is to do it alone because I feel better doing it alone. I studied to do it and I want to do it alone. I wrote some notes about the consumerism, these 2 pages. I will show the notes after I after that I talked about them, and today I will read the notes and try to talk more about the things that I don't talked before about the consumerism. I already talked a lot about consumerism, not a lot, but I talked a little bit about the consumerism. Then I want to talk about it, but the topics that I don't talk it. Let's start. Consumerism and the 1929 crisis. What is consumerism? I already talked about consumerism is the belief that you when you buy more things, when you are consuming, you are doing a good thing, you are creating the economic growth and doing a good thing. That consumes is always a good thing. Consumerism is a social and economic system that encourages the purchase of goods and services in large amounts. It can lead to economic growth, but excessive consumerism can cause financial instability and crisis. Consumerism isn't bad at all, but it can bring economic crisis and financial stability in general because people, when you are consuming a lot, you have the opportunity cost that you don't put the money that you are consuming in productive things. Consumerism isn't productive at all. You buy mansions, luxury cars, things that you don't need to impress others, and this, if you do it so much, if you consume so much, this brings financial stability and the crisis in the micro and the macro panoramic. Like if you are a family, a consumerism family, and you consume a lot, you don't have money to invest, you don't have money to save, and you will have problems in the future. And if you are an entire country and you consume a lot, you also don't have money to invest and save, and these don't bring a better future. Consumerism is good, but too much is bad. The role of consumerism in the 1929 crisis. The 1920s in the USA was a period of mass consumption fueled by credit purchase and stock market speculation. People bought too much on credit, and when stock prices crashed, banks failed and people lost their savings. This led to the Great Depression, a severe economic crisis that lasted for years. In the 1920s, the people were very optimistic, very enthusiastic, very excited about the economy, about the consumerism, about the American dream, and they were buying so much, taking loans, credit, buying stocks, buying very stocks, buy loans, and had and everyone was doing it. This was too much. Have had the stock marketer, and he was, I don't know how to say it in English, but he was doing something in the shoes, polishing the shoes with a polisher. Don't know if he is a polisher, but he was doing something in the shoes, cleaning, polishing, and the polisher said that he was buying stocks, and he bought various stocks, and he has hoped he he has hope in the stock market, and he trusted on stock market, and he was buying stocks. And when the stock marketer heard it, he knew that it will bring crisis, and everyone was optimistic with the market, and I don't know if he sold the stocks, but he knew that we'll have a crisis. This is because people were buying a lot, consuming a lot, taking credit, and the banks don't have the money, and when the banks failed, the people didn't have the money, and this bring a crisis. Yes, very credit purchases, stock market speculation, the stock crashed, the banks failed, and the people didn't have the money to spend and to save them. The problem with excessive consumerism today. Many societies still rely too much on credit and unsustainable consumption. High levels of consumer debt increase financial vulnerability similar to 1929. Environmental damage, overproduction and waste harm the planet. Society today is, I will talk about Brazil. In Brazil, the people is very consumerism. The people here consume a lot, and the people are taking credit and buying things that they don't have money. Like I will go to the market and buying 12 times without interest, and they do it a lot. They do it so much, like everything I can pay more times. They then do it. They then make mortgages, and don't have money to buy things and stay buying in very time is many times without interest, many times with interest, and because I don't have money now, but next month I will have money, and because of it I will buy more, I will buy without the money because I will pay more times, have the 30 13 wage in Brazil that people use this wage to buy more. Consumerism in Brazil is very large, very high. This is true. People are consuming in a, and taking credit in a unsustainable way. High levels of consumer debt is true. People are consuming a lot. They are in debt. They don't save money and invest. They prefer to consume. And the environment damage, overproduction, the waste harm the planet. Yes, people buy so much, buy refrigerators, microwaves, and the cell phones, new smartphones, and the past electronics they don't use anymore, and they waste. Then they put in the waste, the plastic, the excessive consumerism, excessive consumption. They consume a lot, and these plastic electronics don't have a place to stay. They throw it in the trash. And this don't have a place to stay, and they stay in the planet in a waste harm, in a waste. Solutions: how to improve consumerism. Financial educations. Countries like Sweden, Finland, and Malaysia improve the consumer behavior with financial literacy programs. Benefits: more savings, less debt, better investments. I'll talk more further about Sweden and Malaysia after, but give financial literacy in school, in preschool, is very good because you are teaching people how to use their money, and they will make better decisions. They will, instead of consume, invest, bring economic growth, bring a better society in general, because when they are financial health, they are more mental health, more all kinds of health, because when you don't have money you have a stress, have anxiety, and this isn't good to your health. Money also brings health. More savings, less debt, better investments. This is good to economy in general. Don't have too much to talk. Sustainable consumption. Encouraging people to buy quality over quantity, Japan's model. Supporting local business and ethical brands. And policies like waste reduction and the recycling laws, Germany and Sweden. Encouraging people to buy quality over quantity. This I agree totally. I totally agree. This is the principle of minimalism. Quality over quantity. It's better you have a few things than a lot of things, and this a lot isn't good. It's better you have five high quality things than 100 low quality things. You have to have you can have very cars, very houses, but it's better when you have one car, and this is the bad car that you would have few shirts, but this is the better shirts that you would have. Mean sometimes in the market have the promotion that 7 shirts for the price of one, and you will and buy, but you didn't need 7 shirts. You went to buy one shirt and you buy 7. Instead of it, buy one shirt. Use the money to buy the better shirt you can, and don't fall in the consumerism that I have to have a lot of things, a lot of luxury items, a lot of material things. It's better to have a few things, but these things have quality. Supporting local business and the ethical brands. I totally agree. Local business like local farmers, rural farmers. I'm trying to do it by myself. I buy a lot of things. I only buy in the market, in the supermarket, but now I want to buy things for more rural producers, more farmers in the fair. Fruits, eggs, honey by local farmers than markets, because incentivize the rural producer, the local farms, is better than value more the markets and the consumerism industry. Ethical brands is brands that have a circular economy, that do good practices. Like in Brazil, we have clubbing, paper industry that produce paper and I don't know the name in English, but it's cellulose. This is the part of the tree, the paper, and these companies that have a circular economy, good practices is very good to incentivize to value more. Policies like waste reduction and the recycling laws. Germany, Sweden. I don't totally agree, because I don't like very much policies. I like more the laws. I like more liberty, more freedom than policies and laws. And a better approach to me would be incentivize people by culture, by teaching them that they need to reduce waste, to practice the waste reduction and the recycling, then blind them by laws. I know it's maybe necessary, but I would rather incentivize and teach them by culture, videos, films, to don't waste, to have waste reduction and the recycling improved. Then I agree a little bit. Economic reforms. Stricter consumer protection laws to prevent predatory lending and false advertising. Regulations on credit card interest rates and loan transparency. Promotion a circular economy where products are reused and recycled. I already said, but I don't totally agree with the laws and regulations in general. I don't have a former political opinion, but this isn't a good idea to me. Predatory lending isn't good in general. Have the banks that have predatory lending hunting the small banks and making people buy too much interest. But I would rather teach people about financial literacy instead of do it. False advertising is also very bad. False advertising manipulate people by advertising. The marketing do it all time. They study the influence, the Robert Cialdini, and the persuasion techniques, and they know how to join your mind, and in the true advertisement, they do it. In the false advertisement is worst. I don't know exactly how to deal with a false advertisement, how to what to do with a false advertisement, but this isn't good. Regulations on credit card interest rates and loan transfers. Regulations isn't my fault, but credit card interest rates and the loan transparency. Credit card interest rates can be solved by teaching people financial literacy, and they then won't fall in the credit card interests. They will have a good financial literacy and will spend their money in good things. Loan transparency, you can oblige the bank to have a loan transparency, and if it doesn't do it, you change it to another bank. Promoting a circular economy where products are reused and recycled. 100% I agree. I agree 100%. Circular economy is the future. We need to implement the circular economy in the all industries that we can. The circular economy is when you have a product and this product will be recycled and will be created again and will be sold again, recycled, and this is a circular economy. The now economy is based on oil. In linear economy, that you have the oil products, the hydrocarbonate, and you make the plastic, you sell the plastic, and when you use the plastic, you waste the plastic, and the plastic stay on the planet without a function, without use to it. This is bad porque make pollution, waste material, and waste harm on our planet. We need the circular economy with the paper, the cellulose, the new kinds of circular materials that we have to discover. Cultural shift. Campaigns to promote mindful spending, buy only what is necessary, encouraging experiences over material goods, more community-driven economies instead of individual overconsumption. Campaigns to promote mindful spending, buy only what's necessary. I agree 100%. We need to promote mindful spending, buy only what is necessary. Don't buy a lot of things, too much things. Buy we need, we really want. Instead of have two cars, you might have one, and this would be better for you. Have one car instead of two. I think one is necessary, two is more than necessary. Encouraging experiences over material goods. Yes, I agree. Everyone everyone won't agree with it, but to the majority of people, I recommend value more experiences than material things. Instead of buying a new car, a new house, focus on the material things, the luxury brands, the luxury clothes, spend the money on travels and experiences is better than consumerism and materialism. More communist driving economies instead of individual overconsumption. I don't know exactly what is it. I think he's have a community, and the community is more together, and they have better deals, have better relations instead of overconsumption. This, if is it, I agree. Conclusion. Consumerism can be beneficial if controlled, but excessive consumption can cause crises like in 1929. Financial education and sustainable policies help balance consumer behavior. Countries like Sweden and Malaysia proved that financial literacy improves economic stability, and Brazil can adopt similar strategies to improve responsible consumption and economic health. Consumerism can be beneficial if controlled, but excessive consumption can cause a crisis like. I agree. Consumerism can be beneficial, but in general we don't need the consumerism. We can deal with it. We can have a consumerism, but other society models, other social models, I think it would be better to us have. But excessive consumption can cause crisis. Yes, if you consume a lot, you have a consumer society. You will have people taking excessive loans, excessive debt, credit, instead of invest in the generation of wealth, saving money, and don't be producing, not to be productive, and this will bring economic crisis. Financial education, social sustainable policies help balance consumer behavior. Yes, financial education help and the sustainable policies. Yes, when you have financial education and the better policies, you lower the consumer behavior. People tend to consume less. This is true. Countries like Sweden and Malaysia proved that financial literacy improves economic stability. I don't know if Malaysia have economic stability, but Sweden have higher GDP per capita and higher HDI, and this is very good. Have these two things. Sweden is a good place to live. This is Scandinavian countries, and I'll talk more about the Sweden financial literacy program that improves economic stability. In Sweden, I agree that it bring economic stability, but in Malaysia, I don't know. Brazil can adopt similar strategies to improve responsible consumption and economic wealth. I agree 100%. Brazil must adopt over more strategies to improve the consumerism in our society, and have these policies, these strategies that other countries did, and we need to copy and do it better in our country. Okay, increase the savings and the investments. Now I will talk about the financial literacy programs in Sweden and in Malaysia that had. This is comproved data, this is real, this happened. After introducing financial education and investment friendly policies like ISKS, the percentage of household assets in equities from 32% in 2002 to 50% in 2021. This means more people invested rather than overspending. In Sweden, they introduced the financial literacy programs in school, and in 19 years, the percentage of household assets in equities grew from 32% to 50%. It's more people investing, more people creating wealth, having saves to deal with crisis, and equity bring sometimes dividends, and the program that was introduced by financial literacy bring health in general, bring money to families, bring mental health, all kinds of wealth, because if you don't have money, don't you can be healthy, but it's difficult to build health in our society nowadays without money. And the people are investing more, the people are having more money in the accounts because of this policy. The equity one is when you have a percentage of a company when you go to the stock market and buy a share of Apple share. You are buying a percentage of the Apple, and the Apple shares have dividends that Apple distribute, and speculating. If these people bought Apple shares, they now invested, they have more money than would have if they put on the in the bank, and they are more rich with dividends and growing than finance. These policies is very good and have the opportunity cost that when you spend your money buying Apple shares or other shares, you are not spending on consumerism and the consumption behavior. This is very good, a very good policy. Have a lot to improve, but it's very good. Malaysia financial literacy initiatives increase the financial inclusions, helping more people invest, and the use banking services responsibly. Okay, I don't know how much about Malaysia because I study more about Sweden, and this is good financial literacy, increase the financial inclusions, and have more banking services responsible. This is very good. Don't have the data of percentages, but if people know better how invest, how take credit, how manage debt, this is good. This is banking service responsible, I think. Don't read the article, but if they are doing it, this is very good. This is improving. This is what we must do. Agora, now talking about my thoughts about consumerism and what I will do tomorrow. The consumerism can be good, but we need to manage it, to how to consume, and our society now don't know how to do it in general. In Brazil, we have a problem with consumerism. We consume a lot. We must have these policies, these strategies to improve consumerism in Brazil, because if this won't happen in Brazil, we have a crisis. Brazil is already in crisis. Crisis is always on Brazil, but we need this to help our country. I feel that I'm ready to my activity. I never will be ready. I need to be ready in the moment. I think if it pass 100 years, I won't be ready. I need to go tomorrow, pass 12 difficult, and go to the front of class, do a presentation, improve for the next experiences, and this is it. I want to be ready. I studied, I know what I know, I will go tomorrow, do my better, and this is it. This is what I can do. I never will be ready. What catched my attention was the Sweden policies that the financial literacy grew the investment on equity. I would like that this happen in Brazil because this would improve our society a lot. In Brazil, we don't invest, we don't have financial literacy. The data in Brazil about financial literacy is terrible, is awful. The people make very bad decisions, bad financial decisions. I talked about consumerism. This is the last video about consumerism. Mm, for now, I don't have the intention to make more videos about consumerism for now, and we must apply it in Brazil. I like the Sweden policies, the Sweden models, have had things that I don't like, but I must see what I like, what I don't like, and focus on what I like it. I hope you liked it. Thank you for your attention. Bye.